Howdy, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Well, here I go again, doing another political video. Something I said I wasn't going to do, but this is now another one. Just because I have to. I got to get this off of my mind, out in the open. Mamdani, he has to go. Got to get him out of office. And the only way we can get him out of office right now is by dealing with Kathy as a whole. Get her out of office next. Now. Immediately. And then we could deal with Mamdani. Honestly, I was hoping that Elise Stefanik would have stayed in. Look, nobody's really going to know what went down with her and Trump, okay? I thought she had a really, really good chance at beating Kathy Hochul. But before I truly dive into this situation, please, I ask all the time, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel, okay? I need you guys to like and to share this video. And most importantly, please, down below, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about New York politics. Tell me about what you think about politics as a whole, okay? Now that I'm doing more and more of this, granted it's only my third political video, but hey, 3 is more than 2, which is more than 1, which is more than 0, right? Okay, so now it's Bruce Blakeman getting the endorsement from Trump against Kathy as a whole, Cole. But what's he doing? I'd say right now he has 0 to 2% chance in winning right now. What is this cat doing? Look, I'm not in Nassau County. I don't know how good he truly was as a Nassau County executive. But here's the play I would make if I was Trump. I'm happy with the team I have in D.C., but Lee Zeldin almost beat her the first time, right? I say, Lee, I love you here in the White House. I love what you're doing with the EPA, but we need you to save New York. Go back up the Northeast Corridor. Go back to New York. Run for governor and beat Kathy as a whole. Cull. And look, I've survived, both Cuomo's, Hugh Carey, Spitzer, David Paterson as governors. But even Mario Cuomo and David Paterson, right, particularly, and Spitzer, they all had their issues, but at least they loved New York, right? I survived Lindsay and Beam and Koch and Dickless David Dinkins, but at least they loved New York. At least all of those guys loved America. Viewpoints different, where you get solutions are different, but at least there was the love there. Mamdani doesn't like New York, doesn't love America, and same thing with Kathy as a whole, Cull, right? There is a law that says a governor can take out a sitting mayor and remove them. Has it ever been successfully done? No, it's never been successfully done, but it is a law on the books. And the closest that came to that was in 1932, FDR, yes, that Franklin Delano Roosevelt, wanted to take out for corruption in 1932 Jimmy Walker, as opposed to J.J. Walker, Dynamite. But Walker resigned before FDR could officially get him out of office. So how do we get Kathy as a Hochul out now? New York is going to really require, I hate to say it like this, black people, African American, whatever you want to call yourself, we need that voting bloc to vote her out. Okay? Because, honestly, white liberal females are too gone mentally. They've eaten, lead paint chips as kids, and they're on another planet. Now, look, Kathy at first did not endorse Mamdani, right? We all know that. But at the last minute, she endorsed him. So that means they are the deep, dark secret walking hand in hand. Now, she said she doesn't want to do everything that Mamdani wants to do. I think it's safe to say you can place a money bet on this, that there is a agreement with the far left that they will all vote for Kathy. And she will help implement all of Mamdani's wants. Okay. She said she's not up for raising property taxes by 10%. I call BS. Okay. I think once and if she wins her re-election bid, I think she's going to implement it. And look, what Mamdani thinks is he is in the mob. What he's doing is extortion to Albany. Give me money or I'm going to take it from everybody. That is what you call complete control. That is what you call extreme control. That is what you call a dictatorship. That is what you call a king. You know, the thing that you white liberal females pointed to Trump as. Okay, Mamdani's about to raid everybody's goddamn pensions. That's why you gotta hope that the black community, the African American community, gets their heads spun the right way, because even now they're up in arms. They're holding speeches arguing against Mamdani. Maybe they've finally woken up. It's going to be the only thing to save New York. And look, for those of you that lived through the 70s in New York, you'll remember the and, Yankee fans also, the Bronx is burning, right? Remember that phrase? That series, that filming, the Bronx is burning. Hochul plus Mamdani is the Big Apple is melting. This is not good, right? Excuse me. I mean, look, even the city council is up in arms about what Mamdani is doing now. But it's all BS. They're all lock, stock, and barrel. That's why you take out the governor, and the governor can at least then take out the mayor. Just for a second, think. How in the blue hell can it work to freeze rent and then increase property taxes? Does that make sense to anybody that isn't wearing like a football helmet and having saliva riding the yellow bus, the short yellow bus? You can't have those go hand in hand. And then remember the third part to Mamdani's big plan. He wants to take over buildings, properties. So you get your rent freeze, you increase property tax, landlords can't pay, and then the city takes over the buildings. And there you have the end of New York. So much to the point where I don't know if New York can ever come back. Look, crime is rising again as he wants to cut the police force. And you know, I can't wait to see a social worker, how do I say this without getting in trouble? Having some lead from a pew-pew hit him, or a certain kitchen utensil put into their bodies, right? Because he's not using police on all 911 calls. It's unreal. And again, like I said before, you know who's going to ride free buses, right? Criminals. So please, to my brothers of other mothers that are dark in skin tone, please open your eyes. Use your cabezas, please. Again, I wish it would have been Elise Stefanik. I would have hoped Trump would have sent Lee Zeldin back to New York. But you got to vote Bruce Blakeman. We got to get Kathy Hochul out. That's the last line of defense to put some control on Mamdani. Guys, New York has been bad in the past, but I don't know. So please, a reminder, in November, vote red. I don't care who is opposite Kathy Hochul. Please vote. Now, what is he doing? He's doing nothing. Okay, not only do you have to win the boroughs, not only do you have to win Nassau and Suffolk County, but you got to win all of upstate too. So if I was Bruce Blakeman, what I would do, and I don't know what the hell he's waiting for, start going around kissing babies, holding speeches. You're not even doing speeches, for Christ's sake. You're giving New York City to the left, and this is going to be far worse than Chicago. It's going to be far worse than California. We got to do something, folks. So please, vote red. Use your head. Use your brain. Right? Don't be a white liberal female. Don't be a liberal Jew. Use your head, guys, please. Vote Bruce Blakeman. All right, guys. Like I said, we got to get Kathy Hochul out. It's the last line of defense for us. Please like the video, share it, hit that subscribe button. Get your friends to subscribe to the channel. Down below, you tell me what you think about the New York political scene. Tell me what you think we can do to save it. Because if New York goes, there's nothing left. Alright, guys, until the next video, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies.